Sam saying Rob's got to go. Hire Joe Dumars to run the team.
Why not give Phil Jackson another shot?
Phil Jackson. See, the thing is with Phil Jackson, he'll have the same problem with Magic. The thing people were saying about Magic is he was part-time. You know, Magic wasn't always this is a job. When you're a president of basketball operations, you gotta you gotta go to
hands on.
You gotta go out overseas. You gotta be hands on everything. Phil Jackson, he started coaching 41 games out of 82 season. Like, Phil Jackson had health issues and everything like that. I doubt you can get Phil Jackson to be as hands on as you would want someone to be.
Definitely not more hands on than Magic. You want to go forward,
right? So that Phil Jackson, it would be tough for them to get him. A guy they should look at, a Lakers own, Pat Riley. Pat Riley's done everything he needed to do with Miami. He's one day as a coach, he's one day as the president. But at the end of the day, when you think of Pat Riley, you think of the Los Angeles Lakers, Showtime, coaching Magic,
that is true.
Kareem and everything.
I think
you bring Pat Riley in that Lakers organization, all that turmoil goes away. You know who's the boss.
Nip it in the bud.
That's crazy. Pat Riley, he built a lot of what the Miami Heat.
Right. So he's probably thinking, yo, Wade's retired. You know, I've done everything I needed to do with Miami. I brought Miami back to where it needs to be. Let me end my chapter where it started with the Los Angeles Lakers.
It's an interesting storyline.
Well, we got to see what happens, but we do got to talk now about that comparison of would you rather deal with, these front office issues that we just discussed with the Lakers, the backstabbing, behind the scenes, the anxiety, etc. Or back to what we talked about on a couple of shows ago with the Celtics and the coaching and the on-the-court issues. You got Kyrie and his comments with the media, and then you got the Terry Rozier interview and him talking about him sacrificing his talent. And then you have the coaching itself where it's just not happening. And Terry Rozier mentioned it. He said, at practice we do one thing and then it comes to being on the court and that's not happening. And it's like, where's the coach when it comes time to coaching? So which problems, whether you be, as a player or as a member on the staff team, like what would you rather deal with? These on the court, the player and the coaching issues, or the front office issues behind the scenes?
This is tough. I've been thinking about this all day and just trying to really be from the outside looking in. Would I rather want to be a part of a situation where the front office, the day-to-day operations is just a mess? Because when you talk about front office, you're not just talking about...
Yeah, you got to think any day now you can get traded, fired. But you got to take that into consideration.
It's all year round, because with the front office, they do a lot of heavy work during the season, but during the offseason, they're doing heavy work to kind of figure out the next steps to build a team, build a future, whatever. That's with the Lakers. With the Celtics, they had an issue on the court this season. They're just a couple players move in, changing coaching philosophy or change a coach, and it's like everything will be fine because the Celtics front office doesn't really have that issues. Wick Grossbeck, Steve Pagliuca, whatever his name is, Danny Ainge, they seem for the most part
their culture is set
to have things in order. Since Danny Ainge has come into play and Wick Grossbeck, they purchased the team, the organization, the culture seems to be solid, and it's definitely grown and developed over the years. You don't really hear about any turmoil with those guys, the higher up guys. You talk about the team and how Brad Stevens coached this past season, how these guys are clicking on the court, not connecting, maybe not liking each other. That's a huge issue, but in a sense, that might be a simple fix. That's a couple trades, not signing you back next season, and bringing new faces, new talent. You can move forward kind of after a year.
It's easier to move on when it's on the court and the coaching. Those are things you can adjust. But when it comes to that front office, it could take a while, like you mentioned, to get a coach fired. It could take a while to adjust to new leadership, to new strategies. When you bring somebody new in to kind of lead a team and to lead, that community of the Lakers, it's hard to do, and it could take a while for people to adjust. But Marv, what's your opinion?
With the Lakers, they have the Celtics troubles and some.
But don't count the Celtics trouble. Just leave it as would you rather deal with that front office issues? Because if you count that, then it's an automatic. Okay, I'd rather deal with this on the Celtics side.
I take the Celtics issues every single day and twice on Sunday over any of what's going on with the Lakers. Like, the article said there was staff members saying, "We don't know what the hell is going on here." Like,
this shit's all messed up.
Yeah, employees having anxiety.
You know the meme
and panic
where the dog
attacks.
is sitting on the chair and it's a fire. It's fine. It's all fine. That's what it is right now. The Lakers is just on the court. Unfortunately, yes, LeBron did get hurt, but if LeBron's in his 16th, 17th year, it's possible he can get hurt. The roster was not able to, withstand. They were the number 4th seed. LeBron got hurt. They went down to the 9th seed. They weren't able to withstand and continue to play well without him. If Kyrie gets hurt, something happens to him, the Celtics roster is good enough to withstand and
they can play without him.
Play without him and still make the playoffs. So right there, roster issue, I take the Celtics. Celtics, whatever you want to say about Brad Stevens, whatever you want to say about Danny Ainge, those guys know their role. Danny Ainge has set up a culture there since 2002 that he speaks to, like you said, he speaks to Wick, and they have their conversations from there. It's rare you're going to hear any type of turmoil between the front office not agreeing. Whatever Danny says, I like this player, I want to draft him.
They usually
Brad
win.
Stevens doesn't have an input whatsoever.
Which is kind of an issue sometimes.
You bring him in, okay, boom. But it could be an issue with you, Mike, but at least there's order.
There's structure.
There's order, there's structure. Lakers, there's no order, there's no structure.
Everybody wants to be the boss. Everybody wants their own way.
Magic thought he could fire coach, then he has to go to different types of meetings because he couldn't fire the coach. It's too much going on, and the players see all of that. So the players see, whoa.
Plus, they're walking on eggshells themselves.
Exactly. And look, both the Celtics and the Lakers called New Orleans for Anthony Davis in February. Both of them did. We knew exactly what the Lakers were giving up. There was rumors about what the Celtics were willing to give up. There wasn't any direct quote, the Celtics have to give up. Boom, Danny Ainge said he was going to give up Jason Tatum, Jalen. No, that's just people in the media saying that's what the Celtics would have to do. We know exactly the conversation that Dell Demps and Magic Johnson had. Mm-hmm. So already right there, you can trust that the Celtics are going to keep things behind closed doors. You didn't hear. We can think that, those Celtics, the trade affected the Celtics, and I think it did. I think it did affect some of the guys. I think it affected Tatum a little bit. But there was never anything outright where it showed that. For the Lakers, they completely imploded.
Do you think that the way the Lakers front office is right now, would you consider that to be, unprofessional?
What? Say that again?
For the corporate level and management teams to be backstabbing and fighting and basically all their business to be spilling out in the public, would you consider that to be unprofessional?
Yeah, you don't want that.
That's still a job.
Anywhere.
It's a business, and here you guys are looking like schoolgirls on the playground fighting over candy, and everybody knows your business.
You don't want that in any type of situation.
I feel like they're losing respect. I feel like the players are, like you said, the players are looking at them like, what is going on? The employees like, what the heck is going on? I feel like they're losing a level of respect that them as, the owners and the corporate level should have.
This is a bad period in time right now for the Lakers, but overall, they'll never lose their sense of the aura of being a part of the Los Angeles Lakers. They'll never lose that. Right now, it looks bad. I think a lot of teams go through this. Celtics had some bad years in the 90s, the early 2000s. Celtics had some bad years, but it was still, people knew this is a winning organization, the history that they have. Same thing can kind of be said about the Lakers. Right now, it looks terrible with what's going on over there. I still think there's a lot of people that may believe that just because they have LeBron, they might be all right. And that's the sad part. Some people probably view the Lakers as, well, LeBron's there. Once you have LeBron, yeah, he was injured last year, but for the most part, throughout the course of the year, which is something that's been very great for him, he hasn't been injured a lot throughout his career. And last season, yes, he missed a lot of time. Some people thought maybe he was taking a little extra time. He might have been fine. He could have came back and played, or the certain extent of his injury. Now he's had a full offseason to work out, recover, get healthy. Coming into next season, some people think he might be as dominant as he's ever has been. And he has to build a solid team around him, and they can do that with trades that they can make, or they can try in free agency. I don't know how successful they'll be, but the LeBron factor, I think, will still have people believing that the Lakers will be all right. I don't believe that. I didn't believe that last year when they got LeBron and they just, put LeBron on his team with young talent and brought on Rondo. There was people that literally felt that they could give, Golden State a run with the team that they had. I don't know how people came to that conclusion or felt that. The Vegas odds were out to saying that the Lakers will go this far. I don't know where that came from. But I bet you coming into next season, it'll look pretty high again for the Lakers.
It depends on the roster. Lakers can still fix things. Like, it's not the end of the world. Let's see what they do in free agency, July 1st. Let's see who they bring in. And then we'll talk, we'll regroup and see how the Lakers will be.
Let's take it to the comments and let's see what some of the viewers are saying about these topics.
We in Boston, so there's gonna be a lot of Laker hate, and as deservedly so. But some Laker fans on here, like Jamie. I hope I'm not.
Jamie, yeah.
I hope I'm not.
Shout out to Jamie. What's up?
But believes in the Lakers. The Lakers will be great next year. Others, LeBron is a scrub kid coming from Truly. We're getting some France love from Lulu, Green Nation. So he's a Celtics person. Clifton is. What he's saying, that Kyrie was caught wearing a Lakers jersey and LeBron poster. Oh, so the IG comment, the IG like that LeBron liked it was a fan made. You know how people just make players
jerseys. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So it was just a fan made jersey that they put on Kyrie and LeBron liked it. LeBron, he's very tactical. He's very sneaky. He likes to play with the media. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Do you think he was doing that just to get people to talk?
Oh, definitely.
He's gonna get people to talk. He's not stupid. He's not stupid.
He knows exactly what he's doing. He wants to get the talk going, and obviously him and Kyrie have mended fences or whatever. So we'll just have to see where.
Do you think that's a good question though? Like, even not a good question, but like LeBron doing that. Do you think Kyrie would ever reconsider playing with LeBron after feeling the way that he felt before? Like he wanted to be on his own team. Why would he go back to?
If he were to do that, he just have to be ready to endure a year full of. We saw how sensitive that dude was this past season.
Right. Imagine doing that.
He'd have to endure that same type of media criticism and whatnot, not just from one fan base. We're talking about the whole league. I think he'd be attacked from so many different directions if he were to say, well, let me go back and play with LeBron now. Because you're going back to be essentially what you didn't want to be in Cleveland.
Do you think that he would do that though?
With Kyrie,
I've seen a lot of crazy stuff.
With Kyrie,
I don't think so.
I wouldn't do it just because what Mike said. The attacks he would get, it'd be like you're crawling back.
It's not even just that.
Yeah,
you
exactly
purposely wanted to be your own player, be your own man. You didn't want to live in LeBron's shadow. So why would you take 10 steps going back?
I don't believe that's how. I think he still wants to be that player who he wanted to escape from Cleveland. It just kind of went about it a wrong way.
We'll see.
I don't think he would go back.
No.
LeBron like that, whatever, just to get people talking.
Let's think about the criticism. When LeBron went to Miami, that was probably one of the worst, right? The media went all crazy.
Absolutely.
But LeBron went to a championship team. When KD went to Golden State, I wouldn't say it was as equal as LeBron's hate, but it got there. It was pretty bad for the criticism and everything that he got. But KD went to a championship team, won two NBA MVPs, Finals MVPs. Kyrie goes to the Lakers.
They're not winning anything.
That's not a championship team yet. And then the media, the scrutiny, and we see how he handles things already. It will get messy.
Yeah.
It will get messy.
And